welcome to another episode of In the Green with BNI. Paul, I'm loving this shirt. How are you doing?
I brought my bright colors. It's not Christmas yet. It's
Are
cold
you?
outside.
It's cold outside, but it's a great time, right? And like I said, I love that the colors are vibrant and popping. So for sure, great pick. Did you pick it out yourself, or did someone else pick it out for you, like your wife?
Yeah, I don't think I pick anything out myself. I think the more beautiful, smarter half picks out pretty much everything. I just go with what I'm supposed to do.
Good job. Well, she did a great job for that, for sure. Well, I'm also excited about our guest, Rose. Rose, welcome to the show.
Well, thank you so much. And I was going to say, Paul, I think that maybe looks a little like Jen over there. So, yeah, definitely. I know how that works. So, but thank you guys for having me. I'm super excited to be on today.
Absolutely. And I am loving the colors on your wall behind you. Lots of artwork. That's awesome. So tell us more about that and your family here.
Oh, well, that's a good segue because you can only see a little part of it. It actually circles the whole room. This is all the artwork my kids did from kindergarten through eighth grade. And so we kept a bunch of the pieces, and when we moved to this house, whatever 11 years ago, I finally had a room that I could put up all their artwork. So we love this room for that. So,
Wow, that's
and
great.
yeah, this is my family. Our oldest is Brian. He is a deacon, soon to be a priest in May. So we're super excited about that. My husband Yancey, we've been married for 28 years. And then our daughter Kinsey, who is 24 and gainfully employed. Yay. After you send them to college, you always like them to get a job. And then our youngest Chase, who is 21, and he's a senior at UCA. So absolutely, my family's my heart for sure.
Yeah, absolutely, for sure. And shout out to the 28 years. We're not gonna just let that go past.
Yeah, yeah,
It's amazing. But you got
yeah.
some fur babies. Who's the
Yes,
fur
and
baby?
those are our fur babies, and two of them belong to me and my husband, and the other two belong to my daughters. And that's why I was worried before we started because I am Nana's daycare for puppies, so she drops her two dogs off at my house when she goes to work to be with our two, so they're not all lonely. And we have a blast with them. So yeah, this place is pretty wild. So if you hear some barking, it may be because somebody's delivering something. That's usually what sets them off.
This is called work life. This is what
Yeah,
this is now, right?
exactly.
So then you joined BNI in 2015. So based on our core values, which one is your favorite and why?
I probably have a couple, but one of the big ones is building relationships. Paul can attest to this. I met Paul before our group was formed, and we were just in the forming phases. I was one of the people that helped start the group, and I met Paul, and it wasn't the right time for him at the time to join, but we kept up over the next year or two, and ultimately he joined our chapter, and it was all about building relationships to me. The fact that we just from that very first meeting, we stayed connected, we continued to talk, we continued to support one another in our businesses. And that to me is one of the best things about BNI is the initial talk to someone you're talking to basically, in my mind, a trusted source because BNI does a phenomenal job of vetting the people that join BNI. Plus, we have the other side that I love, which is accountability. We also have accountability where we have to hold ourselves to certain standards in order to be an effective member in our chapter. So, to me, those two things, I mean, I love them all, but those two things are huge for me. I'm a big, my background is accounting, so I'm a big an accountability person, knowing where you stand, knowing your numbers, knowing what you're contributing, and I love I just the whole concept of givers gain because of the fact, I love to serve. That's just part of who I am. And so if I can serve others and it helps them in the long term, you get it back, a hundredfold.
Yeah, I love that. But personally, I love sevenfold. But yes.
Yes. Good segue. Very good segue, Felicia. She's on it this morning, Paul.
I am on it. So okay, so you're not in BNI for being a fur baby, but hey, shout out to any veterinarians if you want to or take care of to become a member. Absolutely can do that. But you are in the seat of being a Rodan and Fields representative. So you sharing some pictures with us. So tell us about this.
So, what I wanted to show you guys is just some things that really speak to my heart and in my business. So, I've been in Rodan Fields 7.5 years, and 5.5 years into it, I got into BNI. And but one of the things to me, and both Rodan Fields and BNI, I think really helped me in something that I love is the community. The community that you get, that I get in Rodan Fields from my team, from sideline people that I work with, from people that are only in my business for just a nanosecond, to all of my customers. The support is like nothing I've ever experienced before in my life. I mean, I was a corporate executive and was a part of Fortune 500 companies and some of the top, training and team building and all of that. Nothing I ever experienced before would compare to this. And it's truly about people lifting one another up, supporting one another, and ultimately it helps us all grow our businesses together. And I love the fact that, some of the live pictures obviously are from years past. But then the top right picture, you see that, we still get together virtually as a community to support one another as well. So to me, part of Rodan Fields, it's not just about the skincare, it's also about the people and the lives that you change along the way.
I can attest to one of the things that I love about being able to be kind of on the sidelines witnessing your business growth, Rose, is you really do believe all about people, but it is also about skincare. And it is also about changing people from the outside in. So share with us a little bit more about what we're looking at.
Okay, so one of the reasons I really was interested in joining Rodan Fields was, number one, it was going to allow me to partner with the doctors that created Proactive. And, who better to join and connect with and join as business partners with is people that have been incredibly successful in their chosen careers as dermatologists. They'd already created a global brand in Proactive that, has been around, back since the 90s. And the idea of being a part of something that was their brand new venture that bears their names, Dr. Katie Rodan, Dr. Kathy Fields, to me that was just huge. And on top of that, I had, when I started my business, I had never even tried the skincare, but I had seen the results of my friends that had been using the skincare. And immediately after I joined, um, I started to see the results personally, and as well my daughter. My daughter suffered from severe acne, and she didn't have anything that worked. I mean, we spent thousands of dollars at the dermatologist, and nothing worked. And because she was one of those people that had combination skin, so it was really difficult for her to find something that worked for her. And she started using Rodan Fields, and within 2 weeks, she was probably 85% clear. And for a teenager, that's huge. I mean, that's absolutely huge. And that's one of the things that drives the doctors is they want to help people, not only teenagers with acne, but adults with aging, or people that have lived out in the sun for a long time and are now suffering from the damages of all that sun. Or in the case of our adults that have acne, an adult cystic and hormonal acne, which is very difficult to treat. So having products in our hands that we can share with people that we know are going to change their skin and ultimately change their lives. And on top of that, if it doesn't work for somebody, we have a 60-day empty bottle money back guarantee. How cool is that? I mean,
Wait. Say that again.
a 60-day trial money back guarantee. So you can use the products for 60 days. And if you are not completely satisfied, you box back up empty bottles, send it back, and they give you your money back.
Wow, that's definitely different.
That's very different. So that's the thing that I love to tell people. You will see results. And if you don't, I got no problem if you want to send it back.
This is you in this picture.
Up there is actually, I put it out there because we just launched. So Rodan Fields is #1 in anti-aging in North America. We're #1 in premium skincare in North America. But even though we're #1 in anti-aging, September we had convention and the doctors have reinvented, we're calling it our regimen revolution. And we have reinvented our anti-aging redefined product, and it is now from here to here. So even though we were already #1 and people were still trying to catch us, we just raised the bar, I mean, tenfold. And that picture is my results after using our new anti-aging line as along with our new eye cream, all of them are designed to firm, lift, sculpt, and contour your skin and eyes. That product, I mean, that was in a month. And now the first picture is me having used these products for 7.5 years. And that was a result. And the same is true for my friend Julie on the top right. That was her. She's been in the business 12 years, and that's her results. And she's been using this line for that time period. That's her results in less than 2 months.
Wow, that's amazing.
So I love the doctors because not only are they bringing us new fun things, they are in continuing to use all the latest, greatest technology, all the latest, greatest ingredients, whether they're natural or medicine, and giving us just an incredible product to deliver to our customers.
Yeah. So with that, so the things, some of the things you shared about your business and your experience with BNI, I would love to know even more about how does BNI help you build visibility, credibility, and profitability for your business?
Okay, so great question. And I love this because, it goes back to when I started. When I started, I called my business partner and I said, okay, what do I need to do? Because I know at some point I'm going to talk to all my friends and family and people I've worked with in the past. Where am I going to go to find new customers? Because I'm in a business by myself. Literally, I can do it from my smartphone, anywhere. And I'm like, how am I going to continue to build that base of my network? How am I going to continue to grow that network? And her recommendation was BNI. She was currently in a BNI, and she's like, you need to do BNI. And I was like, and I remember the first day, and I'm somebody, I've spoke in front of people for a long, long time, but those one-on-ones, those individual trying to get to walk into a room, it was so funny. Walking in a room with a bunch of strangers, my heart rate goes clear up over here. I know most people would be shocked to learn that, but oh my gosh, I start to have heart palpitations. And I remember getting there and I was just like, oh my gosh, why am I doing this? And it was the best thing ever for my business. Every week I get a 30 45-second commercial. Every single week I get to go present and share with a force of 30 some people about my business and what are great ways that they can help me grow my business. And so for me, I have always treated BNI as an integral part of my business.
Rose, we have come to my favorite part of our show, and I think it's Felicia's too, where we get to celebrate you for being in the green.
Ooh, congratulations!
It is official. You are officially in the green with BNI. Rose, thanks so much for the way that you care about people, the way that you lead, both in your business and also in your chapter. And real quick, shout out, name your chapter.
The Connectors chapter, and we're meeting virtually, but we meet Tuesday morning, 7:30 to 9. Would love to have you visit us.
Absolutely. And just you guys are such a great example of the power of all the things you talked about, relationships and givers gain. So if you are watching or listening to this podcast and you'd like to find out more about how to experience the things that Rose has talked about and shared, all you got to do is take your phone, hold it up to the screen, and you can click that QR code on the screen or go to bnioftheozarks.com to find out more about how to get involved in BNI. For In the Green with BNI, I've been Paul Kroger,
Felicia Miller Johnson,
Rose Cundall,
and this has been In the Green with BNI.